Hello everybody, my name is Barrett Graff. I am the Promethean Education Consultant for the Antelope Valley, and in today's video we are going to talk about how to set up your virtual classroom on your Promethean panel. It's actually very easy to do, just a few steps, and we'll go through them today, and that way you will be all set to go to deliver instruction to both your students in the physical classroom as well as your students who are still at home. In order to get set up, you will obviously need your panel, which you will have at the front of the room, and you will need a laptop or a computer, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. So, on your panel, you want to make sure that you have your meeting software or your meeting apps already installed. So if you're using Google Meet, or if you're using Zoom, you'll need to go to the Google Play Store and download those apps. All of those apps, once they are downloaded, will be in your locker. I'm going to go to my locker right now, and all of my apps are already ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a Google Meet right now and show you the ideal setup for delivering hybrid instruction the way you will be doing here in your school. I'm going to go into my Gmail and pick a Google Meet link that I have already embedded there so I can show you what that's like. So I have a Google Meet link right here. And when I click on the link, it doesn't matter where you're clicking on the link. If you're in Google Classroom, if you're doing it from a Gmail, from anywhere, the panel will ask you if you want to open that with Google Meet or if you want to open that with Chromium. Chromium is the browser on your panel. Don't use that. Just use your apps. They're much better built for it, and you'll have a more seamless experience with that. So I'm going to open it with Google Meet. It'll ask you if you want to do that just once or always. Just click always because you're always going to do that. And that will automatically open Google Meet. That is now on my panel. So we're ready to join this meeting, and once I join the meeting, I am now in my meeting, and it will be the same meeting that your students will be in as well. Now, to share my screen, all I need to do is click on my name, go to the dots in the top right-hand corner, and present my screen. Need to give permission, right? Start now. And now everything that I do on my panel will also be visible to your students, right? So think of your panel as your students' computer screen. That's what they will be seeing. Now, if I want to monitor chat while I'm working on my panel, you'll want to have a secondary screen, right? In this case, I have a laptop here to my right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into that meeting a second time using my laptop. Now, in order to avoid feedback and strange noises, make sure on your laptop that your computer is muted, right? That the sound inside of the meeting is muted and that your camera is turned off. You won't need any of that on your computer anyways, because all you're doing here is monitoring your chat. So as I'm working up here, so I'm just going to go into my whiteboard and I'm going to begin working, right? So as I'm working up here and delivering instruction to both my students in the physical classroom as well as to my students who are virtual, I can see if there are any questions coming in. If you have an instructional aid, or if you have a paraeducator in your room, of course they can also monitor chat for you if you want, but you will need to have that secondary screen, right? Your laptop, your computer, anything like that, They're available so you can monitor that chat as you're delivering your instruction on the screen. The easiest way to get back to your Google Meet from wherever you are inside of the panel is just to open up that menu again, go to Recent Apps on the far right-hand side, and then click back on your Google Meet, and now you're back in your Google Meet. That is the easiest way to work. That'll be the same whether you're using Google Meet or whether you're using Zoom. So briefly, just to review what we just talked about, right? Anytime you want to get to your virtual meeting, you'll click on the link, whether you had it in Google Classroom, whether you had it coming from an email, it doesn't matter. You'll enter your meeting, right? Remember that you'll want to be in your meeting twice. You'll want to be in a meeting up on your panel, but you'll also want to be in a meeting a second time on a laptop or on a computer so that you can monitor chat efficiently and effectively. Remember on your second screen to mute the computer, to be on mute in the meeting, and turn the camera off. All this is used for is to monitor chat. All right. If there are any questions about how to set this up, you can always reach out to me, bgraph@avhd.org, or you can go to learn.prometheanworld.com for any additional questions. And we will always be here for you to make sure that you have the most success possible. Good luck, everybody.